You know, when you start an episode and I'm coming into it going, alright, 100, let's see what you got, and then you come into like the first half of the episode, you're like, I feel like this is the problem with the show. It's like, I'm so used to shows having an start and then getting to like a hype stuff in the latter half of the episode. It seems like with 100, it's like, no, we're gonna do it like, say, fuck the normality, like, cover that. We're gonna do the really hype stuff at the start, which I'm gonna say, like, there was some fucking superb animation parts in that episode. When, like, what the chick come around with a small, like, when she came around and fucking dashing in and, like, fucking kicked off, like, a fucking savage's, like, arm like that. I was like, oh shit, that's actually really cool. And, like, everyone was, like, all teaming up with their hundreds, and, like, Hayato was, like, he's like, I ain't even got my suit on, I can barely fucking dodge and shit, and I'm not as strong as that. Like, I thought some of that stuff was cool, and then you had the Slayers come in. I was like, alright, the Slayers seem pretty interesting, and then the second half was just being about, like, oh, let's have a fucking concert. Like, I'm like, really? Fucking, like, really? Because you normally think it's like, oh, you have the concert, but there's an invasion in the middle of it. And the more weirder thing about this concert I have to, like, remind people about is that throughout the entirety of, like, the whole bit of, like, Sakura supposedly singing, we're just watching, like, I don't even know how long it was, but it's just the singing, the background, but she's not moving her lips at all. She's just going like that, and you hear, like, a very low sound of the song, like, there, going that, and then just everyone else, like, it's not interesting. I mean, I've said many weeks before, I don't care for Sakura. I think she's actually the weakest character in the series. I don't really care for her at all. I don't care for her, and I don't care for the sniper dude, and, like, although, like, the chick that had, like, the fucking animal, like, claws and shit like that, I was like, okay, she had a really cool moment in this episode. I mean, they're the least interesting characters. It's like, but how much with, like, Sakura? There was a point in the episode when they're, like, going through, like, this entire thing, and I'm like, boy, I really want someone to attack this, like, this entire, like, concert right now. Not because, like, I want action, it's because I'm generally bored. Like, I'm generally here sighing. It's like, I shouldn't have that. And I felt like the second when they were, like, after we had the whole information about the Slayers, and, like, you know, it was like, oh yeah, you did good shit and all that, and, like, there was some build up for the meal. I feel like it was like to say maybe the 14-15 minute mark of the show, which is kind of bad if that's halfway through the episode, and then the rest of it you're just like, it's like, this is where there's, like, this is probably what, like, out of all the shows that I'm watching this season, where it's like, boy, like, you know, like, Big Order is, like, a way worse show than this. Like, it has fucking supreme problems, and this show's, like, you know exactly what you're expecting of it. But, like, even still with, like, Big Order, like, especially, it's like, at least with that show, it's so bad that you can enjoy parts of it. With, like, this, though, it's like, generally, when I was getting into the scene where they're, like, talking about the songs, getting all lovey-dovey and, like, all that shit in the concert, I was generally, like, just, like, I wasn't saying anything. I was just sitting here, like, just, I think that's just because I would have felt like I came off this episode a little bit more positive if I came out of it, like, I think that's the whole thing, is like, if you had a bombastic, like, finale, though, people remember that more than you do with, like, a bombastic start to it than you do with a flat kind of ending. And it's like, oh, Sakura's staying around, it's like, hey, it's like, I guess that's just how it is. Like, we've had, like, what, 3 episodes on her? Like, this is the 3rd episode we've had on this little Sakura arc, and I'm thinking, like, since this is a light novel, then this is pretty much an entire book that she gets to herself. And I'm like, wow, like, she's so, like, for idols, she's the least interesting idol I know. But we know a little bit about, like, what the Savages, like, you know, from what we saw in them, like, what exactly, like, the Slayers' goals are, is that they're after the cause of the Savages, and they're going to be doing something because they're a very valuable, like, resource that can also be used into the 100th, like, scenario. And I'm like, well, you know, we kind of know what they are. They definitely show, I liked, like, the one guy that was, like, fighting with a giant fucking blade, and that he had one scene where he, like, immediately just, like, not even, like, teleport, he just fucking disappeared. He disappeared and like in some way, like Tracer from Overwatch did, like, a blink ability just like that, and it's like, that's what I wanted to do. Like, I generally thought, like, that was kind of an interesting ability coming from that, and it was like, well, it's one of the reasons why I haven't exactly, like, I didn't watch this episode when it first came out on a lot of shows, because I've been playing Overwatch, and I was like, do I want to watch this, or do I want to, you know, fucking put the last couple of hours that are left in the beta? So, you know, there you go. That's, like, my whole thing on it, and it was like, wow. Like, I enjoyed the episode. Like, I thought the first half was really cool. The second that they, like, the ship and they found out about the Slayers, after all of that was done, I was kind of done with the episode as well. I was like, alright, this should have just been 12 minutes. I'm good. I don't need this. And even with, like, the concert just wasn't interesting. It was just like, I'm just going to do this song, and I'm supposed to care about the emotions of it. It's like, it's a mother's song, and it's like, the show hasn't earned, like, that. Like, saying, like, why should I get emotionally attached to this song? Why should I get emotionally attached to this character if the show hasn't already, like, in 3 episodes of that arc and concluding it? It's like, why, like, you know, why should I care? Like, that's just, like, and that's the shame about the character, because it feels like the show has really forced itself to, like, you have to like these characters, and it's like, no, like, I don't. Like, other shows do it, like, Josuke does it in the right way, Jojo, where he gives you reasons to like the character, he gives you stuff to do with that character. Same thing can be said with any, like, with the Kiznaiver group, or, like, the Twin Stars, or fucking Sakamoto, Flying Witch. I could name you pretty much near every single season of this show and all that I have been watching, like, constantly throughout all of this and all that, and I can tell you there are more reasons to care about some of these characters than there are in, like, this show, like, especially with that character. And I feel like that's the problem I feel a lot of time with, like, Japanese, like, animation, and maybe it's just because they're limited to 12 episodes sometimes, and, like, you know, they have to immediately get by the couple episodes you have to love these characters. It's like, it's not just this show, like, I'm just saying, it's like, oh, other shows as well. Some shows just really force you to, like these characters. It's like, you need to like them, and then you hear it, it's like, it's the complete opposite. I ended up hating these characters, and it's like, definitely the what we saw of Sakura, I fucking, like, I really don't care for her. She's just a mere character. But overall, I'm leading with that because, you know what, I've done a lot of, like, just talking about it and just moaning, so honestly, like, we'll see where episode 7's going, but yeah, that's all I got. I know a lot of people want me to talk about this, but I will, like, the first half, I'm like, the whole, like, scene, like, they had the action scene, that was really cool. I actually liked that. I was like, okay, they actually put some animation into it. Honestly, the biggest surprise was that chick with the fucking cat stuff, like, coming around, running, kicking the leg. I thought that was really cool. And the sniper dude, like, I was like, alright, this duo that I'm probably going to have nothing, like, about them, I thought that was really cool. But other than that, like, 5, like, it was, like, if I could, like, separate the two together, if I would give the first half anything, I'd give the first half like an 8, a 7 and 8. I really liked that part a lot. I was like, alright, it's improving. Then the second half, it's like a 3. It's like, so combining it together, the episode's kind of, in total, get a 5 to me. But it's like, even still, I feel that would be a bit unfair. You know, the first half was really good, so 6, like, mainly, I guess, combining two, I say 6 or 5, like fine, but then if you, like, separate, it was like an 8, 7, like that, and then the other part was like a 3 or 4, like that. So, let me know what you think in the comment section down below, but that's all from me, so thank you much for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys next time.